For pronouncement of judgment, supplementary list, item 18 and 19.
Petitions dismissed.
Item 20 for judgment.
Writ petition dismissed.
Adjournment request, if any, from item number 1 to 7.
My lord, in item number 1, my lord, I have got instruction to withdraw with a liberty to approach the appropriate forum.
Wants to withdraw the liberty to avail appropriate remedy available to the petitioner under the law.
Available.
May I please, your lordship, with the consent of the other side, I beg to mention item number 7, your lordship. We
Seven.
need, yes, your lordship. We need 2 weeks' time, your lordship, to file our affidavit in reply.
Still you have not filed affidavit? You are for?
For Mr. Tidio, your lordship,
You
for the
are
petitioner,
for the petitioner.
your lordship.
So where is the requirement of filing an affidavit? Petition is already there.
The opposite party, the respondent number 4, they have applied
When they have filed?
on 2023, your lordship.
2023, and still you are asking for time.
This, only this 2 weeks.
Listed in hearing.
your lordship.
8 weeks. And the request of the
Adjournment request from item number 8 to 15.
May I please, your lordship, with consent from the other side, I beg to mention item number 8 for adjournment.
item number
8, lordship.
8.
Yes.
Again PIL, pending since 2021. Why you are seeking agenda?
My senior has some personal inconvenience, lordship.
10 weeks.
Please, your lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 17, lordship. With the consent of the other side, lordship, may adjourn this matter for a week, lordship.
Earlier also you took time.
Yes, I am for the
Every
petitioner.
time you are seeking time.
No, lordship, I am for the
If,
petitioner. Last
client
occasion,
is not interested, then get up with the,
lordship, I am for the petitioner. Last occasion, respondent have taken time, lordship.
so today you are taking time.
No,
again,
lordship,
then,
that today is
again, next time
some
they
difficulties of my
respond,
seniors,
time.
lordship.
The hearing matter. Earlier,
Oblige,
10 weeks.
oblige, lordship.
Any other request?
May I please, your lordship? Firstly, I beg to mention for listing a contempt case, lordship. Case number is 538, 2022,
Today,
lordship.
madam, so many cases are listed and people are asking for adjournment and you are asking for listing of case.
Yes, lordship. Lordship, actually, last occasion, lordship, posting in 19/9, 2022, lordship. Till that, lordship, case is not listed.
So what you were doing till for 2 years, you were sleeping. Next week, like,
Next,
Okay.
next week. For admission, item 2.
The last occasion, my lord, I was required to take an instruction whether the SMDC has been formed since the learned single judge had given 3 weeks, 3 months time from April. My lord, with the model code of conduct, It could not be done then. The guardian minister is required to approve the entire procedure.
When it was the.
My lord, April, that is, my lord, April and May, my lord, sorry, May and June, my lord, it passed. Now after the formation of the cabinet, my lord, the guardian minister has been appointed on the 12th of July. So the meeting will be held and the formalities have to be done through the guardian minister who is to approve it.
By what?
Will take 2 weeks time, my lord, 2 to 3 weeks time. We should be able to get it done.
2 weeks.
I'm obliged.
Item number 3.
May I please, Your Lordship? If you recall this matter, we challenged the constitutionality of a proviso.
Last time Arunachal Pradesh raised some time to seek clarification in respect of affidavit. Then what do you, what to do with the instructions? The instructions are for you, not for this court. When you are going to file affidavit?
Only because of that, some pattern instruction I have asked. Also concern fundamental of forest or anything taking I said, often the instruction a bit further, they are like.
It became Mr. NNB Chaudhary.
Subject to convenience.
But the additional advocate general Arunachal Pradesh pays some more time to seek clarification in respect of the affidavit filed on behalf of the petitioner on 22nd of May 2024. Last opportunity is granted to Mr. Chaudhary. However, the pleadings on behalf of the other respondents are complete, hence admit this for hearing in due course. Will admit it.
May I request if a specific, I come from Delhi, only a specific, any date, my lord.
Sir, it's very difficult since without there being without admitting the petition, hearing is not possible.
No, I'm just requesting any convenient date, that's all, any date.
Convenient date of now, you take the date from the registry date, bro.
Obliged, obliged.
Item 4.
The matter pertaining to victim compensation scheme. My lord, the
Yes,
Honorable Chief Secretary has
Yes,
submitted affidavit.
Any affidavit is filed? or-
Yes, madam. Yeah.
Lordships, a copy of that affidavit has not been served upon us. And in fact, Lordships, they are playing some kind of a hot and cold game with us, asking for several
that
different
affidavit?
proposals. Lordships, in my last affidavit on 18, filed on
When
18/7.
you have, just a minute, when you have filed this affidavit? Yesterday. What do you stand? What about the remaining demand?
Remaining demand, my lord, there is a meeting for all the, my lord, stakeholders is going on.
So where is the question of stakeholders when the APSC has given you the list of the demand?
Okay.
That much of money is required for meeting compensation, then there is the question of
My lord, regarding the utilization certificate that has not been.
utilization certificate, they already furnished.
Already submitted.
They have
That has-
Long time back.
submitted in their affidavit specifically that,
Yes.
and you are satisfied with that.
My lord, may I
The
pray,
additional affidavit filed on behalf of the respondent number 3 says that, yes.
may I pray, my lord, to take up this matter, my lord, affidavit has been filed by my Mr. Dipankar Dutt, not my lord. Copy is with me, my lord, I have not gone through it, my lord. May I pray, my lord, to take up this matter, I will furnish a copy to
My
my
lord,
lord, honored friend, day after tomorrow, my lord.
My lord, picture is very much clear, my lord. Just only 1 minute, my lord.
The picture is very much clear. They have raised the demand and they have released the amount of rupees 9 crore only out of. all
44
44
crore.
crores.
That's all.
Yeah. Now, lordship,
We are
the
aware of that.
now, lordship, the affidavit, what they stated, the same thing, that again, suppose the demand has to be now in regard to release of payment, political department has to place this proposal to the finance department in terms of the affidavit on paragraph 7.
Let them
Same
come.
thing, my lord.
Let them come, we'll see to it. And we have specifically observed this. There is a lack of coordination between two departments, finance department and home department, and it is not the business of the court. We have to take care of that. That's why only we asked the chief secretary to file their affidavit.
My lord. May I pray, my
Still,
lord,
there is if you are blaming the other departments each other, then what is the role of the chief secretary here?
My lord.
He is the head of the bureaucracy. He's supposed to come with the proposal. Why you're not giving this money? This is not a bounty. It's a victim compensation.
Lots of, if I may just add that we are
Monday.
facing a severe crunch because of the entire problems. Lots of contempt cases have now started being filed against us because we're not being able to release the funds.
But he has come, he has filed the affidavit, my lord.
My lord, the same thing is there, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Knapp.
But para 4, 5 and, 5, 6 and 7 we have said.
Sir, you just tell us when you are going to release the remaining amount.
Matlab the budgeted amount of 9 crore rupees for this year, paragraph 7 we have said.
Don't say this again and again. We have already released, the amount is around 40 crores.
This year they are going to release the amount shortly. And after the amount is, the budgeted amount is spent entirely, then
So
the,
that they have already furnished the utilization certificate and you have admitted in your affidavit of one of the respondent, yes, utilization certificates are there.
matlab, if
If you have not, if you have not gone through the
if I,
pleadings, then please tell us.
well, if I kindly take your lordship to para 7 of my affidavit.
Whatever the para 7, you have filed the affidavit yesterday only, when the matter is listed today.
No, we have.
Yes,
Well,
it is not on record.
No, we filed the affidavit on 22nd.
So far,
22nd.
22nd, which was the date? 20
I served the copy, matlab, on
Monday.
Not.
Now, come with the proposal. We are not going to accept this, this department, we are seeking this. and Come with the definite proposal.
we are
You
not,
have to release the money, that's all.
matlab, what I would like to submit, Lord. Matlab, the budgeted amount, if they finish utilize the budgeted amount. then the
Utilization certificate as per your earlier affidavit by one of the respondents that has already been submitted.
That is for the last year, Lord.
Not
The-
for
the-
last year, this
the-
year, 9
this-
crore rupees.
No, this year, no amount has been released till date, Lord. The 9 crore rupees budgeted
Okay,
amount.
come with the, we'll see to it on Monday
Well,
and be ready for.
Lordship, a
Some
copy of this
observations, yeah.
affidavit is served on me as well.
Lordship, Lord.
He is not served a copy.
Yes, sir.
Give the copy.
Okay.
Give your black.
For hearing, item 5.
Yes, Mr. Chaudhary. You are supposed to certain details.
Lordship, in fact, I had received the instructions and I have forwarded an affidavit. A little difficulty has arisen. Ministry of Social Justice is not a party. In any
Go by
case,
these technicalities.
No,
please.
Lordship, in
Not
any
the
case-
Union of India.
no, Lordship, in any case, Lordship, I have prepared an affidavit, forwarded it to the authority, Lordship, and to receive it back, Lordship. But the
Yes, you are-
instructions are there, Lordship, in fact.
When you are going to this, and don't take these technical objections
No.
that this social ministry is
Lordship.
not party and all.
I was
Get the
anticipating this,
instructions
Lordship.
from that ministry,
I have
not
in
for the
fact-
Union of India, not for that department only.
I have taken it up with the ministry, Lordship. I've sent it to them for their signature, Lordship.
Okay, Mr.
However, your lordship, section 15 of the act is very much clear.
Madam, let them file their
Yes.
response,
So
go through it, and then if it required, then certainly.
in fact, the instructions are in their favor, Lordship.
It may be instructions in that we are not like, concerned with the instructions.
Lordship,
What is the, what you have done on the ground?
yes.
That is their instructions, maybe, yes, everything is right and we are doing this and that and this is not, this will not do.
But your lordship, my humble request. Even though the Union of India has to come up with a policy or a scheme whatsoever, but after all, the implementing agency is the state government. But till date, the state government is silent on their part. We don't even know.
Let
If-
their affidavit come in record, then we'll consider whether they, who is going to execute that, whatever the policy.
because your lordship, the
Then we'll pass an order in accordance.
Because your lordship, the problem is, in case of any emergency arises, where the community person will go and approach.
Then
That
we'll
is an
pass it.
again,
Then we'll pass proper orders.
yes.
Let their reply may come. So RPD Chaudhary, London Deputy Solicitor General of India, has submitted that he has already prepared the affidavit and sent it for signatures of the concerned persons. He has submitted that. Is likely to get the signed affidavit of the concerned person.
Lordship, let it be after 2 weeks, Lordship, in the mean.
कोई पैदल जाके लेके आएगा या
No, no.
2 weeks? What do you mean by 2 weeks? कोई on foot जाके लेके आएगा? नहीं, वो भी होता ठीक है, will take care of it.
Lordship, it comes by speed post.
Soft copy may also do the
10
needful.
days.
Oblige.
Item 6.
But you would recollect that in this matter, the respondents had not appeared on the earlier occasion also. Yesterday, in fact, I contacted Ms. B. Devi. She had told me that she is also not in touch with the clients for the last 3-4 years.
The advocate is present here.
My lord?
Today the advocate is here.
No, my lord, not this.
Uh,
Union of India, CGC, not, not.
after some.
Yep, yes.
Item 9 for hearing.
Yes.
May I please, your lordship? This is a infra-court appeal, my lord. Filed, my lord, by the revenue department. That
The last
lordship has-
occasion, orders were granted, this court has given you specific orders. First one. Is 4/4/2023.
my lord.
4/4/2023 order is there.
It is there, my lord.
It's there. Now, what the court has observed on that day?
Now, my lord,
Considering the gravity and sensitivity of the matter, we hereby direct the appellant authority to either complete the process of restoring the land or provide any suitable alternative land.
we have already
We
provided,
have already provided,
My
but then come to 11/5/2023. This, sorry, 27/6/2023.
yes, my lord.
The land offered is lower than the land which was earlier settled. Then on 9/8/2023, you sought time
My lord.
to counter that affidavit. Then on 25/9/2023,
my lord.
you made a statement before this court that the authorities are not looking for another suitable land of settlement in favor of the respondent number one herein. And you sought time.
My lord.
Again, 7/11, you expressed your inability. We have not been able to identify a suitable plot.
My lord.
Again, 3/1/2024, you sought time.
My lord.
Then this, again, now you are still till date, that has not been complied with. What
Now-
to do?
Now, my lord, so far as my lord, the directions flowing from the initial order dated 4/4/23, which my lord has just pointed out. My lord, now the alternative land has already been, my lord, settled with,
But if it is not fit for habitation or something else, what he will do with the land?
Then, my lord, in that event, my lord, since he is raising a, my lord, dispute in fact, my lord, then lordship may be pleased to issue a commission, my lord. Let us go
There
and
is
see.
a need of commission. If he is not ready for settlement of plot, give him compensation.
Compensation, but my lord, we say, my lord, that it is perfectly habitable. Now, my lord, the difficulty is that,
You mean to say that the court should go and look into it?
no, my lord, lordship will kindly, my lord, appoint a commissioner who will, my lord, make a survey of the land, my lord, and furnish a report. If thereafter this honorable court comes to a definite conclusion that no, that land plot of part and parcel of land which has now been allotted in pursuance of orders passed by this honorable court is absolutely uninhabitable, my lord, then definitely, my lord, we will have to compensate. Lordship will kindly appreciate and consider, my lord, with all respect, my lord, that in the city of Guwahati, my lord, there is absolute scarcity of land, my lord. Nonetheless, my lord,
But then
the,
why you are asking for that? Give him, give him
my
the
lord, we have,
compensation.
my lord, we have given him, my lord,
Give him the compensation.
compensation, my lord, instead of giving the compensation, definitely, my lord, because the learned singles are,
Since you are saying that there is scarcity of land
my lord,
and proper land is not available, give him the compensation. Why you are going into all this?
that is
Give
true,
the
my lord,
compensation.
but yes, then, my lord, lordship may kindly hear, my lord, my appeal on merit, my lord, as to who is going to pay the money,
Who is
because-
going to pay the money?
my lord, because there, my lord, we have
Who is going to pay the money?
my lord, we have alleged, my lord, we have categorically stated, my lord, that at that point of time, my lord, the National Games Secretariat had caused all the damage, my lord. Now, my lord, the Union of India has filed an affidavit in the instant proceedings, whereby they have taken a stand that, my lord, the office of the National Games Secretariat at that point of time, my lord, by now has become, my lord, functus officio. So therefore,
Then there is no question of grant of compensation by them.
exactly. My lord, lordship will appreciate, my lord, we are the revenue authorities before this honorable court on
Whatever it
appeal.
may be, sir, then another 5 and 6. 6 is
Six, my lord, is the sports department.
Director, Assam Science Technology
Yes,
and Environmental Concept.
yes,
So it is the department of the state.
it is the department of the state.
So what do you mean by that this director, he is not going to pay from his pocket? Ultimately, it's burden on the state only.
Yes,
So directly or indirectly, you are supposed to make the provide the compensation amount.
that is true, but my lord, one
That is
aspect.
true, then what remains?
My lord, one aspect of the matter, lordship will kindly appreciate, my lord, who has
Even
caused
though
damage.
if we admit that respondent number 5 and 6 are the persons who are entitled to make to give compensation.
Yes,
Respondent number 5 is functional officio now,
functus officio.
and respondent number 6 is the director, Assam Science Technology and Environmental Council. It is the department of the state.
Yes,
So this department either is not the autonomous or something else,
absolutely no.
then you are supposed to make the payment. Why to go into all these technicalities? That has to pay, this has to pay.
But my lord, at the same time, my lord, there are materials on record that, my lord, we have already settled. So therefore, my lord, my most respectful.
Settlement, if he is not satisfied, then why? And you yourself are admitting that the proper land, there is a scarcity of land in the town of Guwahati, then go for the compensation. Why you are insisting on
Lordship, to that extent,
give him a land which is lower than whose level is lower. then he has to prepare that land, and for that, lot of money is required.
My lord, we say, my lord, because his entire land, my lord, we said that his entire land was not damaged. Partially it was damaged. So to the
Whatever it may
extent,
be,
yes,
you have to compensate him, and that's the fact. You have admitted, yes, the land is damaged.
land is damaged, but pursuant to orders passed by this honorable court, my lord, we have allotted land. Now he is not happy with that land. So therefore,
Look at it, you
So
are not into somebody else who is happy with that.
so therefore, my lord,
Give him compensation.
my
Why
respect,
are you entering into all these things?
no, my lord, we have duly complied with all the, my lord, directions passed by this honorable court, my lord. So far as, my lord, the my lord, the directions flowing from the learned single judge are concerned.
Take your instructions, whether the state is ready to give the compensation or not, otherwise we'll take suo moto cognizance and will issue contempt note. That's all. Since the order is of 2021, it's almost more than 3.5 years have passed. 20th of January 2020. That's and the land you in the writ petition was in of the year 2007. 20 years almost. More than 25 years.
Damaged, my lord, since more than 20 years.
Please. Yes,
The lordship, as lordship direct, because my lord, my appeal, my lord, if lordship is not hearing my appeal on merits, my lord, definitely lordship,
then argue it on merits.
no, my lord, I'm,
Then we'll argue it on merits. We'll ready,
No, my lord,
then
so
we'll
far
pass
as-
a order appropriately, argue it on.
so far as, my lord, the compensations are concerned, my lord, lordship will can then kindly accommodate me
Forget
for
it,
some time.
argue it on merits. Come,
The lordship,
argue it on merits.
lordship has, my lord, expressed a gracious, my lord,
No, no,
view, my lord,
certainly
that,
if you have merits in the case, we will allow your appeal, argue it on that.
then in that event, my lord, lordship may kindly accommodate me, my lord, for some time, my lord, let me get the
Tuesday?
instruction.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes, ma'am.
Tuesday.
I'm so obliged.
Now we are not going to negotiate on this part,
Absolutely.
that alternate land or something else, argue it on merit. Be ready for that.
My lord,
The signal judge has simply said, "Okay, compensate him, will issue a direction if there is no merit in the appeal, that compensate him by providing rate of interest, which you will not imagine. For 2007, say rate of interest will carry from the 2007.
therefore, my lord, I had sought for an accommodation with all humility, my lord, that lordship will kindly accommodate me. My lord, so far as,
Yes, we are accommodating.
no, my lord, so far as taking the instruction, my lord, that for
That's
whether,
why Tuesday,
No, my lord.
complete your instructions. If he is not happy with the suitable alternate land, provide him
no, my lord,
compensation.
I will be seeking the instruction, my lord, so far as
Seek the
payment, my lord,
instructions by Tuesday,
my lord,
Tuesday.
so far as compensation, that will require some time, my lord, lordship will kindly
Just
accommodate me.
ask him whether the state is ready for that. Compensation amount will determine later on. Tuesday,
For that, my lord, matter, lordship, can lordship accommodate me for at least 2 weeks,
Tuesday,
my lord,
yeah, we are accommodating you Tuesday.
my lord,
Yes.
my lord, I am obliged, my lord.
Mr. Bhatta? It is informed that.
Item 6.
Advocate Mr. V. Devi is.
My lord.
Viewer.
My lord. Can have it
Pass it
next
over
week,
there. Then we'll ask her,
my lord,
she be able to contact with the client or not,
my lord.
Then
Can have it next week, my lord,
next week.
my lord. Keep clear.
Item number 10.
Lordship had asked in the last order
Yes.
to look into the records, my lord. I had tried my best, my lord. The officers are also, my lord, trying to trace the old records. I would request some more time, my lord, because these are pertaining to 1990s, my lord. And the officers have also in the meantime changed.
But Wait some more time to confirm regarding the existence of the originals of the proposed document produced by the petitioner in support of their claim before the tribunal. When
Look, at least 2 weeks, my lord.
2 weeks what the hearing date is.
My lord.
So and so.
8 August.
Deeply out.
Item 11 and 12.
My lordship,
Yes.
we are the petitioner here. In fact, we are challenging the impugned act of Assam Gratuity Act 1992. But before canvassing my our argument and the points therein, my lord, I am on the preliminary, just to save the judicial time. I am on today on a very short preliminary point. If that issue is to be adjudicated, my lord, the entire matter would be to be disposed without prejudice to any party. Now, what happened? The in 1992 Act, Assam Gratuity Act, falls under concurrent list 3. And Assam government, Assam legislation of the Assam state of Assam has enacted this act, which notified in 2002 with effect from
92 Act.
yeah,
In 2002.
2002. And thereafter the scheme that would came in force in 2005.
Yes.
Now we are concerned with subsection 2 of section 6 of the Assam Act, Gratuity Act 1992. But you will find it. Yes, page 57.
Yes.
Page 57 of our writ application.
Yes.
Section 6. There's two parts, subsection 1,
Section 657.
58, the subsection 2 is there. Amended writ petition. But there are two writ petition before our lordship. Oh, we are holding the 12. We have the leading case is 12, item number 12, my lord. Item number 12, my lord. Page 58.
58 contribution.
Contribution. Both 1 and 2 year challenge. But by an order of this honorable court, the subsection 2 is suspended.
Read.
Yes. Every employer shall also pay into the gratuity fund contribution at the rate of 6.36.
Also is not there. Shall pay.
Shall in the act also is there.
Every employer shall pay every month into gratuity fund in respect of every employee in relation to whom his employer. This is what 6.1 you are.
No, I'm straightway go to subsection 2, my lord.
2.
2, yes.
Yes.
Every employer shall also pay into the gratuity fund contribution at the rate of 6.36. It is later on amended to 60%.
Yes.
Of the wages received by the employees during the preceding 12 months at the commencement of the act to cover the past gratuity liabilities. Meaning thereby, my lord, that the 60% wages prior to commencement of the act, that is the 12 months, that is 1/1/2002. The employees who had received the wages at that relevant period, 60% of the wages to be deposited. Now, this fact also admitted and also replied by the respondent number 6. This is the gratuity commissioner. So may I invite the attention of this honorable court to their affidavit in opposition. Paragraph 15, my lord. Page 85. It starts from page 74,
Yes.
page 85, my paragraph 15.
Yeah.
With regard to the statement made in paragraph 19 of the petition, the deponent states that 60% of the total wages of the past 12 preceding months will form the contribution to the fund for payment of gratuity to the employees who have already rendered service prior to the commencement of Assam Gratuity Act 1992. Absolutely clear. So, this fund is against the employees who render service prior to the commencement of
Act of 1990.
92. But in contrary to this provision, the gratuity commissioner, the respondent number 6, made a demand in respect of the wages of 2018 and 19. 60% they have calculated of the wages coming with effect from April 2018 to March 2019. And thereby, that entire calculation is absolutely arbitrary and also prejudice the.
How would it make any difference?
Because the contribution later on is the amount is much bigger than the commencement year.
You mean to say that the wages paid in the year 2002 or 2005 was much less than.
This is a one point.
2018 and 19.
There is a one point. And second, the most important point is the persons who rendered their service 22 years long back from today. For them, the fund to be created as per the section. It's explicitly clear. And also the statement made therein. So therefore, there will be no, perhaps, no employees now as on today. Yes.
The provision doesn't say so.
The provision says, my lord,
The provision simply says every employer shall also pay into the gratuity fund contributing at the rate of 60% of the wages received by the employee during the preceding 12 months
Yes.
at the commencement of the act of to cover up the past
past
gratuity
liability. Yes, there's two part, my lord.
But
Huh.
here the interpretation which the gratuity commissioner has offered
Have already,
total wages of past preceding will form the contribution.
yes.
Will form the contribution
the-
from
the-
where we read.
That statement they had made in their affidavit in opposition, that in a clear term, they say, who have already rendered their service.
So that is not there in the.
But the
provision
act,
itself.
act also says, my lord, if I am subject to correction, that the preceding 12 months at the commencement of the act was commenced in 2002. Preceding 12 months that prior to 2002, number one. And second is that would meet the past liabilities to those workers.
Past liabilities from where we got this.
There was no past liabilities in concept in the Gratuity Act, either in the Central Act or the State Act. The
Past
Central Act
liability,
says,
from where we read this past liability, what you are harping on
yes,
or
the,
pressing.
the Gratuity Act, as the Lordship is aware, I kindly appreciate that Gratuity Act clearly says that the eligibility criteria of an employee that would come into effect after rendering continuous 5-year service. Thereafter, the liabilities occurred. The liabilities occurred only after continuous service of as per section 4, which is parametria to the
So now,
present act.
now what do you want to convey?
So my submission is that my respectful submission before your lordship, that if we on the language of the act and the statement the gratuity commissioner, that would not prejudice us.
You mean to say that you are ready to pay the whatever the amount of last preceding 12 months.
Yes, as per the section.
From 2002
Yes.
and not from 1918.
Yes, absolutely. There is no reason of making this calculation because there is no amendment to that effect. That it has to be calculated in the current because the act and the scheme also. Lordship, kindly have a look at the scheme.
And that much of relief, suppose if we grant you, then there is no need of challenging.
Yeah, therefore, I respectfully submit at the outset, I will not address on the other issues which we canvass in the REIT application matter.
Who is appealing for the gratuity commissioner?
He's online lordship. Senior counsel NC Das.
Yes, Mr. Das, what do you want to say? Mr. Das,
Yes, my lord.
yeah, what do you want to say regarding your affidavit?
That we have said, my lord, actually, this act, my lord, this Assam Gratuity Act, this is a social piece of legislation, my lord. And it was enacted for giving relief to the workers, employees working in the tea state, my lord, and tea factories,
So just a minute,
especially for only for the tea employees.
Mr. Das, you must have heard the contentions of counsel for the petitioner.
My lord.
So what they are,
Mostly that will be replied by my General, my lord. He is representing the state.
yes, certainly, he'll
Well.
reply on behalf of the state. But what about your statement made in counter affidavit in para number 15?
16. That is in paragraph number 12, my lord, page 8 of our affidavit, my lord.
Para number 15, sir.
Yes, but that covering paragraph number 15 and 16.
Yes, read.
May I read, my lord? That with regard to the statements made in paragraph number 15 and 16 of the petition, the deponent states that it is a mandate of law and every employee of the tea states and factories is liable to pay every month into the gratuity fund in respect of any employee in relation to
Your reply in response to para number 19.
19, my lord. Nineteen will be in paragraph number 15, my lord, page 12.
Yeah.
That with regard to the statements made in paragraph number 19 of the petition, the deponent states that 60% of the total wages of the past 12 preceding month will form the contribution to the fund for payment of gratuity to the employees who have already rendered services prior to the commencement of the Assam Gratuity Act.
Yeah. So what they are saying, that 60% is to be deposited on the basis of the minimum wages or whatever the wages applicable in the year 2002 preceding 12 months when the act came into force. Whereas the demand is raised on the basis of the wages of 2018-19. That is true. That is correct. So how this demand for 2018-19 can be raised?
That, my lord, to that
On the basis of the wages paid in the 2018-19?
I will take your lordship to this annexure 5, my lord. Page 42 of my affidavit.
Who has raised this demand?
He is a gratuity commissioner himself.
Gratuity commissioner, my lord.
Yes, yes. Response number 6, page number 115, my lord.
This is a breakup, my lord. I have already given in the annexure 5, my lord. 5 series, page 42.
Numbering blue.
This was a letter addressed to the manager, Krishna Bihari, my lord. In consideration of the form number GF4 submitted by you, you are requested to deposit rupees 73 lakhs so as calculated below as past liability of the employee under section 6(2) of the Assam Gratuity Act as amended up to date. This is breakup already. We have punished, my lord. This is the breakup, my lord. The next
Their objection is wages for the period April 18-19. How you have come to this conclusion 18-19? When your stand is that it is in relation to those employees who retired or rendered services prior to the commencement of Act. How this April 19 came into picture, sir? April 18 to March 2019.
Right.
Sir, Mukesh, what do you want to say?
I think that language is not correct here because the ambit of the act is very clear. It has nothing to do with the prior to 2002. It was a continuous process, number one. And if they are not challenging this act now.
12 months preceding the date for the commencement of the Act. That automatically means 12 months, the Act came into force in 2002. And 12 months you have to take into consideration prior to the commencement of the Act. That is 2001 or 2 or whatever it may be.
That aspect I have not looked into, number one. If they are giving up their challenge to the provisions of that, it has to go to the single bench.
Oh, that's right. But if that is your,
Because in
you are
terms
on
of
agreement,
various
we can
orders,
dispose it of here also.
then we'll lose one forum, Lordship. We'll lose one forum, and I have to get a clarification.
If you are agreeing to that.
I'm not
then
agreeing.
okay.
I will not agree because there are certain orders of this honorable court where they were directed to deposit a certain percentage of this amount.
This amount is certainly, sir, that is interim order,
Interim order.
interim order. That will be taken care of that.
6-1. But my,
That we will take care.
I have to take instructions to give this clause
Complete your instructions
on this because the language of the act is totally,
not on validity part.
yes, Lordship. On the other part of.
We were also a little bit confused earlier, but in looking at the response of the gratuity commissioner.
Very clear.
If that is so, then he may have some point.
Therefore, I not canvas other points.
Yeah. You have taken Mr. Saikia by surprise. You should have informed him earlier, he would have looked into this.
My senior fan, thus Mr. NC Das is very clear in his own affidavit where the exhibit.
That's right.
Because I was looking it from the point of constitution.
That's right, we understand.
That presumption always in favor of the statute.
There,
Yes,
that's why only-
keeping in mind, we will argue.
Lordship. Let it come next week, Lordship.
Next week. Next week, may. Thursday.
Is it possible on 12th or 13, my lord? I am from the outside, 12 or 13 August.
So 12 or 13 August,
13.
hearing day, which is that hearing day?
13.
13th August.
13th
of August.
Grateful, lord.
Highly obliged, Lordship.
Item 13.
I think Lordship, appellant is outstation lawyer. He is from Aizol, Lordship. Mr. He. Perhaps he has no information regarding the matter. He is from Aizol, Lordship.
So any information from his side or her side?
No, Lordship. So Lordship, kindly take up the matter. Next week, I will inform him, Lordship.
Mr. Bo Thakur, earlier Mr. Bo Thakur has appeared.
Whatever is from here, Lordship.
Bo Thakur. So he may have instructions to argue the matter.
No, no. And next week, Lordship, I will inform the council, Lordship, at Aizol, Lordship. I will inform you.
Then for 4 years.
Item 14.
May I please, your lordship? My lord, my
Before he
signature
starts,
has
my lord,
some difficulty
An
today.
apology,
my
my
lord.
lord.
Difficulty.
My lord, I am in difficulty
He is
because
sitting here from since
I'm-
morning to argue
My
the
lord,
matter, sir. He is not in difficulty.
No, my lord, he is not briefless. my lord.
file is, my lord, a little misplaced. I could not read.
Little or little misplaced means some pages are there or some.
No, my lord, the entire file, my
So
lord,
whole file is missing.
the whole
My-
file, my lord. There was
Little
there was a
missing.
shift.
Let me clarify, Lord. Since last Saturday, we have shifted the education department chamber from one place to another. During that transition, Lord.
But Mr. Majumdar
He
is
should
saying
have
is
given a
little,
clear-
file is little missing.
Little,
Little
no, it's
missing
the whole
means
file.
half of the file is there or half of file
In
is.
fact, it has all the notes and everything, Lord.
So when you will be able to locate that.
One
file?
minute, that, Lord.
Okay,
My-
10 days.
May I pray for a date, my lord? Date.
Date
My-
is in the next 10 days के बाद की.
My- Obliged.
We have to be honest in the court, Lord. What is the thing?
No doubt, but what he is saying, little missing, little missing, that's why.
The whole file was missing.
8 August.
Because it was unpacked during that, some misplacement. Deeply.
Obliged.
Item 15.
Lordship, I was supposed to file a affidavit, Lordship. Yesterday I could not serve a copy, but today I have served a copy and I'm filing it today itself, Lordship. So let the matter will come up next week, Lordship.
10 days.
Obliged.
Deeply obliged.
Item 16.
Before my learned senior friend starts, Lordship, I am prepared with the case, but I found the whole intention of legislating, Lordship, that is missing in the affidavit. So I need a short,
Of the.
what was the legislative intention of incorporating a particular provisions in the act, Lordship? So that is missing in the affidavit. I have gone through the affidavit. It's a very sensitive issue, Lordship. So if Lordship is pleased to give me 1 week's time, I'll file an additional affidavit giving the intention.
Yes.
Lordship. Otherwise,
Under what provisions of the constitution?
Intention of the state.
Right. Learned H is here, my lord. He can advance the arguments.
10 days.
Highly obliged.
Lordship, give us a date, my lord, will be.
Give us the date of their convenience.
13. 13-8.
Right.
Deeply obliged, Lord.
13 is a hearing date.
Yes, Lord.
It's a hearing. The earlier case was also pleased.
Give it.
सचिव सर पता है अब क्या हम क्या करें? What we will do? Suggest us something. This is what the state of affairs.